Hi, I'm going to lead you through a 10-minute breathing practice. And this breathing practice is aimed at creating more balance between the sides of the body. In yoga, there's a teaching about nadis, and nadis are like thousands and thousands, 72,000 of little streams that help move energy throughout your body and help influence how you feel, the way you think, the way your glands function. It influences every part of your organism. And there's these three nadis that are extra big. They're like rivers compared to streams. So you have one river that flows through your spine. This is your Sushumna. Then you have one side on the left. This is your Ida nadi, and then one side on your right, your Pingala. And these ones on your right and your left, they cross over. And where they intercept with the Sushumna are where the 7 or 8 major chakras lie. Most of us, everyone has a side that's more dominant, that they use more. So one of these rivers is going to be like on high or higher power, and one of these rivers is going to be dammed up a little or a lot and just allow some of the water out. So the way you can tell which side is more active for you is by closing one nostril off at a time and noticing which air flows more through the nostril that's not closed. So what side is it for you? Let me know below. Mine's my right. My right side's almost always the nostril is more active for me. If I was really healthy and didn't live where there's so much pollution or have so much like crap in my food or slept more regularly, ideally your nostrils would trade off every 90 minutes or an hour. And that way you'd create balance between which side of your brain is more active. You see the right side of the body, including the right nostril, is connected to the left side of the brain. This is connected to solar energy or masculine energy. It's about being alert and powerful, taking action, being motivated, connected to your willpower. The left side of your nostril is connected to your right brain, which is connected more to the lunar energy, the feminine energy. This is more soothing, more cooling, more calm, more easeful, more patient, more creative. So depending on which side nostril is more active, can you resonate with that? My right nostril is more active, meaning, and I resonate a lot, that I tend to move fast, I tend to be really motivated, I tend to have a lot of energy. So in my practices and my rituals I create throughout the day, I really work to add more of this left side, more cooling, more soothing, more patience. Okay, so the way this is going to work first, before we do any kind of breathing practice, is that we want to make sure that we're doing long, deep breaths. So close your eyes once you're sitting up nice and tall. And begin to breathe. And whenever my eyes close, I always train my eyes, unless I'm told to look somewhere else, to look up towards the third eye space to help clear out blockages around my intuition, clear out subconscious holds that might create habits that I don't like. That helps clean that out just by having this internal gaze in and up. And begin to notice where your breath is moving. First thing I want you to notice is if your stomach expands or pulls in on your inhale. And it's paradoxical breathing when we inhale and pull the belly in. It's the opposite of what we want. So as you inhale, let the belly expand as the breath pulls into the lungs. And as you exhale, pull the belly back to the spine as you push the breath back out through the nose. And think of your body like a cylinder, your torso, and as you inhale, pull the breath down to the base of your cylinder. Let the breath fill all the way up through the ribs, through the chest, through the collarbones, up into the throat. Let the breath suspend briefly, and then exhale, release the breath in the opposite order. Down through the collarbones, the chest drops, the ribs pull in, the navel draws in and up. And continue. And this breathing practice alone will help you be more calm in your life. Most of us have been programmed to breathe in a way that creates a low-grade panic attack that we just live with and we think is normal. checking in every once in a while and making sure that you're doing these long, deep breaths. Belly expands out as you inhale and in as you exhale. Throughout this exercise, you can have an empty mind. I find that difficult, so I like to give my mind a bone. And the bone I give it is this internal mantra of Sat Nam. So every time I inhale, I internally think Sat. And when I exhale, I internally think Nam. This means truth is my identity, not the stories I tell about myself in my head, or the way society makes me feel about myself, or things that happened in the past that are no longer true, but this deeper truth that I can't even comprehend. That's my identity, and it's the identity of everything. It's the identity of the universe and the stars, and coming into this deeper vibration. Great. As you inhale, let your eyes open. We'll be doing that breathing pattern, that long, deep breathing, so letting the breath fill all the way up as you inhale, letting the breath lower down through the body as you exhale, navel draws in with that internal Sat Nam. We're going to be working with our nostrils. So whenever you block off a nostril, sometimes it feels like you can't breathe. You can take the fingers on to wherever side the nostril is struggling to breathe and push the skin in and pull out, and that will widen the space. So I'm going to use my right hand. So if I'm pushing off my right nostril closed, I can widen my left nostril by pulling the skin to the left. If I'm closing off the left nostril, I'm going to use my ring and pinky finger, and I can use my thumb to push into my right cheek and widen it to the right. Okay. This first exercise we're going to do is going to be closing off the right nostril with your right index finger. Eyes are closed, gazing in and up. Inhaling through the left nostril, letting the breath suspend briefly, and then exhaling through the left nostril. We'll be continuing to do that. If you catch your mind thinking, bring it back to this mantra, Sat Nam. Inhale through the left nostril. Suspend the breath, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, release. Sit and notice. And can you feel the soothing effects that come with breathing through the left nostril? And we'll do it on the other sides, taking your ring and pinky finger to close off the left nostril. I'm going to use my thumb to widen my right nostril slightly. Inhale through the right nostril. Suspend and lengthen. Exhale, sit and notice. And the next one, we're going to take our right hand and we'll take the two peace fingers and fold them into the palm of the hand. I'm going to use my right thumb to block off the air to my right nostril and the ring and pinky to block off the air to my left nostril. We'll be alternating nostrils for this one. You're going to block off the breath to your right nostril and inhale through the left. Block off the left, exhale through the right. And continue, inhaling every time through the left nostril. Exhaling through the right. You catch yourself thinking, note it as, that's interesting, and bring yourself back to inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhale through your left nostril. Hold and lengthen, coming more into the center of your being. And then exhale through both nostrils, sit and notice. This next one we're doing will be in the reverse. So still taking your right hand. This time we'll be taking the ring and pinky finger and closing off the left nostril as we inhale through the right. And taking the right thumb to close off the right nostril to exhale through the left. Breathing practice, pranayama practice, gives you more control of your prana, of your life force energy, and how to control it. So if it gets distracted by something, you'll have the power to bring it back. So if there's something that's distracting you in your environment, or that's coming through you through the phone from my environment, practice using the control of your prana and bring it back into the center of your organism. Bring it back to your mantra. Inhale through your right nostril. Suspend the breath. More centered, more centered, more silent, more into you. And exhale when you're ready. Sit and notice. And be a subtle scientist, so you notice the effects of these experiments, and then you can implement these skills based on your results when you need to change how you're feeling or the way that your brain is perceiving things. Through which lens, more masculine energy or more feminine energy. And letting your eyes open. This is our final exercise. It's breath of fire. This is the form of breath of fire where we're going to be inhaling and exhaling. You're going to exhale powerfully, drawing the belly button back to the spine. That's going to help push the breath out through the nose. And then you're going to inhale the same length that you exhaled. So it'll be like this. I take my hands in Gyan Mudra, index finger to thumb, bringing in more wisdom. Also, one I love is ring finger to thumb. I think that's what I'm going to go with today. Shuni Mudra for more patience. And then we're going to... Oh, I'm kidding. Shuni Mudra is middle birdie finger to thumb. Okay, so... Notice that my chest stays relatively still. I see a lot of people doing it pretty abrupt and their whole body shakes. Like, I like to think of it as a more gentle massage through my core, activating this navel point, Muladhara or Manipura chakra, this fire center. So this is kind of a masculine breath, but it has a soothing effect, which is really, really cool. Okay, so picking your mudra. Sitting up nice and tall, eyes are closed, gazing towards the third eye. Inhale. Sigh out through your mouth. Releasing any resistance. Inhale. And begin. Inhale through both nostrils. Stretch your arms up and straight. If you can't get them overhead straight, stretch them straight out in whatever position you can. Reach, reach, push through your sit bones, reach through your fingertips, get taller. Hold the position, exhale completely. Inhale, lengthen. And then as you exhale, back of the hands come together, stretch out, around, and down. Fingertips can touch the earth or rest in your lap. Notice your body recalibrating to a new vibration. Let your eyes open. And check your nostrils again. See if you can, if the same one's still active. So my left one's more active now. And if it didn't change, that's fine. I just find it really fascinating. One more thing I'll say that's fascinating about this is to notice your nostrils before going to bed. So let's say I'm going to bed, but I can't sleep. And I'm like, oh, why can't I sleep? And I check my nostrils. Almost always my right nostril is active. And I used to be a left side sleeper, but whatever nostril is the most high when you lay on your side is the side that your body tries to open. So if you sleep on your left side, your body is trying to open your right nostril, which is that more active energy channel. Now I sleep on my right side, and I'll even do left nostril breathing before going to bed as a way of calming myself down. The same goes for the morning. If you're like, oh, I'm just like so tired and lethargic and can't get energy, I should have my 8th cup of joe. And when you check your nostrils, I bet your left nostril is active. So the same thing, you could block off the left nostril and breathe through the right. You could even do breath of fire through the right nostril. Hope this was helpful for you. Any of these breathing practices could be taken as its own practice by itself, and you could do it for any length of time. Today we did each breathing exercise for 1.5 minutes. Okay, hope you guys have a great day. Sat Nam.